by Donnie Stewart, musical director of the Tucker Lakes show band, which I first commenced with in 1946. Basically, I've lived here nearly all my life. We moved up here during the early war years, 1942, and been a resident basically in the area since then. I feel it was the greatest area you could grow up in when I was a youngster, but it was a lovely town those years because it was basically a holiday and fishing village. There was surfing, there was prawning, there was football, everything that a young person would like, so it was a great area.
Well, I can remember that when I was going to primary school up here, everybody knew everybody else. We used to go through the bus from the entrance to Wire, and there was always beans, all the hills around, Tumby and Berkeley Vale were all orchards and bean farms, early beans.
See, where we're living here, this used to be a dairy. All this area was a dairy. This is all pretty low. You had cows here, and there was plenty of water because there was a few water holes here. This area was Case's Dairy.
That was Ray Taylor's land. He was the youngest son of Mr. and Mrs. Taylor, and his land was behind, or Oakland Avenue. We'll say we're Oakland Avenue to the western side of what we know as Oakland Avenue, and that's where that large dairy and all that was.
Nana and Grandpa had their own cows, chooks, grew all their own vegetables, and they had pigs, horses. They'd take the milk to the holiday houses, and before they went to school they'd go on the milk run and deliver it all to the holiday houses and that.
You said the Taylor family controlled all the land, and so when we're talking about guest houses and the establishment of guest houses, were all done by the Taylor family when we're talking about the entrance area. First guest house in the entrance area, of all things, was at North Entrance in 1895.
There's the old Dunleith boarding house, was built in 1895. It's all been demolished and taken away these days. There's nothing left of it. That one there is the original Norfolk pine that was planted in 1895, and it's the same tree that's there today.
Yeah, being a musician, I played at a lot of the guest houses early in my career. Pinehurst and Bayview, there was a lot of them. The entrance was renowned for its guest houses. They were big accommodation places, accommodated a lot of people, and they all had their own entertainment, and people used to come up here. That was in later years. They'd come by bus from Gosford and put their bags on top of the bus and stop at the guest houses. There's thousands of people used to come here on holidays. Pretty lively town in those days.
Yeah.
And the dancers used to go. The dancers would go 7 nights a week, and they were pretty popular with the young ones.
I remember when I was young, the old fuel stoves and going out there, and I'm working at the guest house and waitressing and all that sort of stuff into the dining room. We as younger ones out in the kitchen. It was great times.
Many years ago, on the town side of the bridge, there was Duffy's store, Duffy's Emporium it was called.
And it sat on the edge of the entrance road and was out over the lake a little bit. And it was in that 1937 period that had to be pulled down because they were doing all the reclamation area. And the licence to occupy the Crown land was terminated and the store was pulled down. So the Entrance Memorial Park is reclaimed land.